Hello and welcome to English with Maria and this slow English listening for beginners. Today's topic is At the Doctor. This story will help you learn about body parts like head, throat, medical terms like doctor or nurse, symptoms like headache, sore throat, and some useful phrases like I need to make an appointment or I don't feel well. During the story, I will ask you some questions to check on your understanding. There will be 3 checkpoints through the listening. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications so you never miss a lesson. Are you ready? Let's begin. Last week, I felt very sick. I had a headache and a sore throat. My husband said, Maria, you need to see a doctor. I called the doctor's office. The receptionist answered the phone. She was very kind. I said, hello, I need to make an appointment with Dr. Smith. The receptionist asked me, what's your name? I said, my name is Maria. She asked me, what's the problem? I said, I have a headache and a sore throat. The receptionist looked at the calendar. She said, Dr. Smith is free tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. Is that good for you? I said, yes, that's perfect. Thank you very much. She said, please bring your health card and arrive 15 minutes early. I wrote the time on my calendar. Tuesday, 10 a.m. The next morning, I woke up early. I still felt sick. My head hurt and my throat was very sore. I couldn't eat breakfast because it was difficult to swallow. My husband drove me to the doctor's office. The office was clean and white. There were many chairs in the waiting room. I went to the reception desk. I gave my health card to the receptionist. She smiled and said, please sit down and wait. Dr. Smith will see you soon. I sat in a comfortable chair and looked at magazines. There were other patients in the waiting room. Some looked sick. Some looked tired. Checkpoint 1. Answer these questions. Why did I need to see a doctor? I had a headache and a sore throat, or I had a fever. I had a headache and a sore throat. When was the appointment? Monday at 9 or Tuesday at 10? It was Tuesday at 10. What did the receptionist ask me to bring? My passport or my health card? My health card. Very good. Let's continue. After 20 minutes, a nurse called my name. Maria, she said. I stood up and followed her. The nurse was wearing a white uniform. She was friendly and smiled at me. We walked down the long hallway with many doors. The nurse took me to a small room. She said, "Please sit on this bed." The bed had white paper on it. The room was very clean. There was a desk, a chair, and a computer. On the walls, there were pictures of human body. The nurse asked me some questions. How old are you, Maria? I said, I'm 42 years old. Then she asked, how much do you weigh? I said, I weigh 55 kilograms. She wrote everything on a piece of paper. Then she said, Dr. Smith will be here in a few minutes. Dr. Smith came into the room. He was a very tall man with gray hair and glasses. He smiled and said, Hello, Maria. I'm Dr. Smith. How are you feeling today? I said, Not very good, doctor. I feel sick. Dr. Smith sat on his chair and looked at his computer. He read my information. Then he asked me, when did you start feeling sick? I said, 3 days ago. He asked, do you have a fever? I said, I don't know. I feel hot sometimes. He asked me, does your head hurt? I said, yes. It hurts a lot. He asked, can you swallow easily? I said, no, it is very difficult and painful. Dr. Smith listened carefully to all my answers. He wrote notes on his computer. Then he said, now I need to examine you. Don't worry, it won't hurt. I felt a little nervous, but Dr. Smith was very kind and gentle. Checkpoint 2. Answer these questions. What color was the nurse's uniform? Green or white? It was white. How old am I? 42 or 32? I am 42 years old. How long have I been feeling sick? 3 days or 4 days? 3 days. Let's continue. Dr. Smith stood up and washed his hands. He put on plastic gloves. He said, "First, I will check your temperature." He put a small thermometer in my ear. After a few seconds, it made a beeping sound. Doo, doo, doo. "You have a fever," he said. "Your temperature is 38.5 degrees. Then Dr. Smith said, "Open your mouth, please." I opened my mouth wide. He used a small flashlight to look inside. He also used a wooden stick to look at my throat. "Your throat is very red," he said. "It looks infected." Next, he listened to my heart and lungs. He used a stethoscope. "Take a deep breath," he said. I breathed in and out slowly. He moved the stethoscope to different places on my chest and back. "Your heart and lungs sound good," he said. Dr. Smith touched my neck gently. He was checking my lymph nodes. "These are little swollen," he said. "This is normal when you have a throat infection." Then he looked in my ears with a special light. "Your ears look fine," he said. After the examination, Dr. Smith sat down and typed on his computer. He said, "Maria, you have a throat infection. This is very common. I will give you some medicine to help you feel better." He printed a prescription on white paper. "Take these antibiotics 3 times a day for 7 days," he said. "Take them with food. Also, drink lots of water and get plenty of rest." He gave me the paper. "You should feel better in 2 or 3 days." I said, "Thank you, Dr. Smith." He smiled and said, "You're welcome. Take care of yourself." The nurse walked me back to the waiting room. My husband was waiting for me. We went to the pharmacy to buy the medicine. 2 days later, I felt much better. My throat didn't hurt anymore, and my headache was gone. I was happy that I went to see Dr. Smith. He helped me get better quickly. Checkpoint 3. Answer these questions. What was my temperature? 38.5 degrees or 39.5 degrees? It was 38.5. How many times a day should I take my medicine? 2 times or 3 times? 3 times a day. How long did it take me to feel better? 2 days or 3 days? Just 2 days. Let's do a recap of what we learned today. Body parts: head, throat, ear, chest, neck. Now let's see some medical terms. Doctor, nurse, appointment, prescription, medicine or antibiotics, temperature, fever, infection. Let's look at some symptoms. Headache, sore throat, hurt, pain, sick, tired. At last, let's take a look at some useful phrases. I need to make an appointment. I don't feel well. It hurts. Take a deep breath. Take care of yourself. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications so you never miss a lesson. See you next time. Bye-bye.